The market capitalization of Cardano is presently at more than $16 billion. The organization's local token, ADA, has additionally been filling in notoriety because of its developing use cases. As of late, the organization reported that it has added another component to its blockchain that makes it more straightforward to perform exchanges. The year 2022 has not been an optimal one for digital currencies. For example, the cost of ADA has been fluctuating somewhere in the range of 45 cents and 52 cents during the most recent 7 days. Subsequent to hitting a high of $1.60 in January, the altcoin began to exchange at lower levels. Regardless of the negative market patterns during the start of spring, Cardano had the option to return and keep an inspirational perspective. Be that as it may, after it penetrated the $1.20 mark, the cost of the altcoin began to fall. Through peer-evaluated research, Cardano was worked as the first blockchain stage that can be worked with the fundamental safety efforts to safeguard the information of billions. It is additionally fit for supporting different worldwide frameworks. A consistent ascent in noticeable quality is required for Cardano to keep up with its situation as one of the most conspicuous digital currencies on the planet. In such a hopeful situation, the cost of ADA could reach as high as $1.13. Assuming the bears win, the cost of Cardano could tumble to around 59 cents. Then again, assuming that the selling and purchasing pressures are adjusted, the altcoin could be at around 75 cents. 2024. The rising number of designers and the developing prevalence of Cardano could assist with supporting the organization's portion of the overall industry. This would likewise assist with enhancing the organization's arranged drives. In the event that the more extensive market goes through an expected administrative or monetary emergency, the altcoin could drop to around $1.04. Albeit the ordinary cost of Cardano may as yet reach $1.54, it would be vital to try not to overdo it. 2025. In the event that the organization carries out an open democratic framework by 2025, it could influence the cost of the altcoin. This could make it lose a portion of its dealers. In any case, over the long haul, the cost may as yet stretch around $2.61. In the event that Cardano can effectively carry out different ventures and drives, the cost of the cryptographic money could arrive at a limit of $3.49 by 2025. 2030. Specialists at a main monetary firm foresee that the cost of Cardano could arrive at a limit of $5.84 in 2030. They likewise accept that the altcoin will keep on developing. The above ADA cost examination graph is set to an everyday time period. Towards 2018 Q4, ADA moved in a falling wedge design major areas of strength for with energy. 2019 opened with a solidification that went on for around 90 days prior to breaking out of the scope of 4 cents 5 cents. After it broke out of the reach, the cost moved around 85% into the 10 cents potential gain cost. The new high took out the last critical high, recommending that the negative pattern was finished, and the market is currently bullish. Conjunction with the moving midpoints markers portraying a brilliant cross likewise propose there may be an adjustment of pattern. Q1 and Q2 2028 as 10 cents high solidification proceeded and made liquidity on the lookout. This liquidity supported the sell that moved and broke the market design to the disadvantage, hitting an ATL of 1 cent. Before the sell broke, while it was energizing down, it made responses at the all-around stamped solidification zone on NOV 2018, which went about as a help, driving the cost further down to 3 cents. ADA then tracked down help at 3 cents and pushed the value back to 7 cents at a stock zone made on July 13. The supply offset the interest on the lookout and supported the sell drop down to 1 cent. The market made this untouched low on WAC 2020 and made a respectable attempt to purchase, yet got opposed for a couple of days. However, at long last made a help zone, presently going about as an obstruction zone. In the early long stretches of April, the cost broke out of the opposition, retested the zone as a help, held the help. These further drove ADA by 55% to the 5 cents potential gain value. A similar zone made since NOV 2019. This zone has gotten the cost to regard it whenever it passes this zone, as is normal. The ADA cost combined for a couple of days at this zone offered a little to the disadvantage to accumulate request strength at the 4 cents request zone, which worked and pushed the cost 55% into the potential gain at the 8 cents minus 0.09 zone, and moderated the last high, demonstrating a bullish pattern affirmation. After the cost arrived, it made a bull banner, cost going from 8 cents to 9 cents for a really long time. This bull banner is a continuation design, which demonstrates that the cost was as yet bullish. The market is simply resting to assemble more interest solidarity to proceed with its transition to the potential gain. And it did subsequent to retesting 0.070 IPA with a long wick. A bull banner finished the Q2 of 2020, which is a decent sign that the cost would be bullish for the following quarter. 2021 Q2, which finished with a bull banner, supported a 51.7% expansion, driving the cost to 13 cents. Once more, the cost united as a bull banner, taking a 21.44% action and leaped to 15 cents. With the above depicted pattern, ADA valued 755% in a half year from an ATL. Presently, the inquiry is if the purchase would proceed, or the bear season is going to begin. The RSI, which is as of now exchanging around 72 and 75, making an obstruction, demonstrated that the market is overbought. Thus sales could before long make progress, which it did before the cost found help at a bull banner zone, driving the cost to 29 cents on January 1, 2021, in the wake of breaking every single past high. The year began with a 3-day solidification that drove ADA's most memorable, most stretched out purchase to nearly $5 on February 27, 2021. After hitting this ATH, ADA framed a channel-like solidification, leaving trendline liquidity with a projection that cost would get back to moderate the liquidity and proceed with the purchase from a request stream zone. 2021 Q2 began with a breakout from the channel-like union, driving the cost to hit around $2.45. However, the cost experienced a strong bullish dismissal after making this presentation, returning the cost to the purchase zone. The zone framed a help that kept and kicked the cost down up to $1.85. At $1.85, it got opposed back to the purchase zone that sent it and couldn't get through the zone once more, further affirming that purchase zone is areas of strength for it. The repurchase zone again sent the cost to the safe zone, which tried 2 times and opposed the value back to the help. The help got tried 2 times once more prior to supporting the most broadened purchase in ADA history. These help and obstruction zones were the most grounded up until this point, as the opposition zone and backing zone were tried 3 and multiple times, separately, prior to breaking out in Q3. After ADA's costs pour out of the long-held obstruction zone, leaving a behind zone that the market would later revisitation of retest, ADA hit a $3.10 new ATH on September 2nd. From that point forward, the cost has been keeping a negative construction, as it previously came to test a substantial request block zone since it took out liquidity 2 times, after which a controlling inventory zone was made still whole today. This supply zone has been tried multiple times, making areas of strength for a zone with a comparing support zone beneath encourage from a past interest zone. After it was tried 2 times, this help zone couldn't hold the sell that came its direction as the cost broke further to the drawback to the 1.19 cost zone. Q1 divided by Q2 2022 out of 2022, the normal cost of ADA was lower than its base during the pinnacle of the market in 2021. The bear market that happened following the November 2021 market blast has impacted Cardano more than other top digital currencies. Regardless of the negative market patterns, Cardano is as yet expected to develop. Despite the fact that its exchanging volume has diminished, it actually has serious areas of strength for it. 3 passages on Cardano. Cardano is a layered savvy contract strong decentralized blockchain network that means to further develop Bitcoin's power versatility, interoperability, and